In 2017, the Oregon town of Hollow Creek lost all communication. No phone calls, no internet, and no emergency radio response. For exactly 6 days, the entire area sat in complete silence. On the 7th day, search teams recovered a single audio file from a shattered ranger station. It contained a man whispering 3 words: "Don't answer it." Hollow Creek was exceptionally isolated, sitting directly against an ancient and largely unmapped forest boundary. This left the community uniquely vulnerable to whatever was moving through the trees. The official missing persons classification remains a point of local skepticism. No blood was ever found at any scene, suggesting a systematic elimination that left no trace of typical human violence behind. The events began with Ranger Daniel Huxley. During his final patrol, he radioed in a report of a structure that didn't belong on any map, an example of paradoxical architecture, where a freshly constructed building is made entirely from wood that is impossibly old and decayed. Search teams found his flashlight resting on the forest floor, still on. His footprints led straight into the dark woods and then abruptly terminated mid-stride. There were no signs of a struggle. The absence of biological evidence indicates the threat operates by instantly erasing matter from the environment rather than attacking it. By day 3, the anomaly spread into the town's technology. Every analog and digital frequency, TVs, car radios, and baby monitors, began repeating the exact same phrase: "We are already inside the tree line." This digital contagion suggests the town's communications were fully hijacked. A local teenager recorded a video near the edge of the woods that night. When investigators enhanced the footage, they found a tall shadow standing directly behind him in the tree line. The figure was walking backwards, and it wore a distinctly unnatural, wide smile. The hijacked signals and the figures in the footage were a coordinated effort to show the forest was already inside the town's defenses. On day 5, 11 residents vanished from their homes in a single night. Not a single alarm was triggered. The physical evidence left behind was inexplicable. Doors still locked from the inside, pets left untouched, and food still warm. Investigators found one identical anomaly in every victim's home. Every mirror was shattered, spiderwebbing inward, completely devoid of any external impact. Survivor Emily Rowe provided a final testimony before she disappeared, stating the entity learns the names and voices of its targets to mirror them. She was last seen walking out into the trees. This suggests a feeding cycle where the ecosystem replaces its prey rather than hunting it. Investigators call this mimicry assimilation, a process where the forest learns to perfectly mirror its targets before overriding them. On day 7, a ranger station camera automatically recorded one final audio file. It was Ranger Huxley's voice. Through heavy static, he warned that the forest is a conscious entity, one that listens, imitates, and actively answers back when you speak to it. At exactly 03:17 a.m., every electrical and biological pulse inside Hollow Creek permanently flatlined. This permanent silence marked the exact moment the anomaly finished digesting the town. Official reports list the area as evacuated due to environmental hazards, but satellite data shows the forest boundary is actively and measurably expanding. This map shows the newest aerial scans. Notice how the canopy is organizing into non-random geometric formations that override old urban grid lines. Look closely at the new boundary edge. These organized patterns closely resemble thousands of human figures standing perfectly still, all oriented outward. If you are ever driving down an isolated road and your radio suddenly fills with static, do not listen to what comes through the speakers. The lasting horror of Hollow Creek is that it successfully taught a predatory forest